Hey everybody, welcome to the Couch of Therapy show. I am your host, Honey for Jordan, and today we have the most beautiful, sexy, because she's my cousin, Adrene Ashford on. Adrene, I'm so happy to have her here to tell us exactly what she does. And let me tell you guys, she has been on so many sets, making sure that your favorites are dressed. That's just to name a few. Sierra's one of them, because that's one of my, I love her.
Do you?
I
Okay, well,
do.
I worked with Sierra at the beginning of her career when she did Goodies,
Oh,
did the Goodies tour, and I'm really excited and happy to see her back out there on the
absolutely.
stage.
Her body is like, girl,
Yes,
goals.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And you've worked with Melanie
Fiona, beautiful Melanie
Oh,
Fiona.
and I love that. Let's talk about some of the sets you work in. And just the
Yes.
things, how exciting it is that you get to just travel to different places to get, all these celebrities dressed, looking good. Some of our favorite shows. Let's talk about it.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I switched over from music to TV and film back in 2012. So I've been doing this for quite some time. I actually, wow, can't believe how much time has gone. I actually am on my way to Belize
Come
to
on.
film for a month. Project Secret, can't say
Okay.
what it is,
Okay.
but you'll know about it and hear about it very
Oh, you
soon.
start on this.
And I actually just came back from Puerto Rico working on a horror film. I actually been shooting horror films all summer long. I just wrapped a show that I worked on with Jason Griffin called GPS.
Okay.
So that was really, really fun. Family Business, I was with them for five years, 3 seasons. A House Divided, 5 seasons.
So that,
Yes.
how is that working on the set with House Divided?
Oh, I love TV shows. I love TV shows.
Yeah.
I love telling stories through fashion
Yes.
and costume. And
Well, you know we related, because girl, I love me some clothes.
yes, and might I say, this beautiful color is
Thank you.
elevating, alluring,
I love it.
very, very, very beautiful on you.
And cost affordable, y'all, because your girl loves to thrift shop. If I'm not thrift shopping, this I think is for, I want to say Fashion Nova or something.
Okay.
But I will ball on a great budget. Okay.
And you know what? That's a good thing to do. Thrifting is at an all-time high.
I love it.
Actually, and I often have to thrift for a lot of my shows. And so when you are doing a show, you're basically creating characters, and each cast member has their own character. And so you have to make sure that the story that's being told through fashion is very accurate to the script and to their character and the personalities of the character and the journey of the character. And a lot of times you want the clothing and the wardrobe to speak for the character without the character even being able to open their mouth. You kind of know a little bit about them. And that is good costuming. That's what it comes down to.
Well, I know you're good at what you do, because what they don't know is your background is really doing. You had your own shop at one time. My cousin left me. She was the one that was brave, the first one to leave to leave California, and you moved and you had your own.
Yes.
You had your own, but they don't know also that you were on a TV show.
Oh gosh, I didn't know you was gonna mention that, but that's all good.
Okay.
Yes, I basically had I left California to attend Clark Atlanta University, go Panthers.
Hey.
And I opened 3 stores over the course of several years, of course.
Right.
I was in retail for 15 years, and through that, I began styling, and that's kind of how I inherited Sierra. She was a customer, and then it developed into much more. And so that's kind of how it all started for me, right there in retail. And I was putting looks together, selling confidence, adrenalizing
Yes, honey.
the customer.
I love that,
and the
adrenalizing. Okay.
I adrenalized the customer. It became a thing. And so here I am. Yes, I did a reality show called Sorority Sisters.
I remember.
Reality is a different beast. I actually enjoy scripted. I enjoy being a costume designer on scripted series.
No, I agree.
And so that's kind of where my niche is. Reality was a fun opportunity, and
Experience.
I'm an adventurous at the end of the day.
experience. Like I get it. Like you
Yes.
tried it once. I always say I can try something maybe one time, maybe
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes,
if I don't
yes.
like it, I'll move on to something different.
Yes.
But it opened doors for you. So
It opened a lot of
That's a blessing.
doors. It closed some doors. And what's meant for me will be. And I'm going to flourish in any space that I'm in.
Absolutely.
That is always the goal. Adventure, it was a huge adventure you know, meeting other ladies of other organizations who I'm friends with to this day. A lot of them I'm still friends with, and some of us haven't kept in touch over the years, but when we see each other, it's all love.
Right.
You know, television is one thing, but real life is another.
Come on.
And it's a reality show, but you also have to remember that within reality shows, there's certain things that take place to get your realistic response to a situation.
Yeah, well, it feeds off of emotions. Let's just keep it real.
Yes.
With reality TV,
Yes.
when I go, I want to see the drama. That's really what it, you
Yes.
know. But it really doesn't mean that your life per se embodies all of just the snippets that we are able to see on TV.
Right. I mean, everything goes to the cutting table.
That's
so
it.
at the end of the day, you may not see a full scene play out. You may not see what some of the raw emotions are. You might get snippets of those
Exactly.
things. And so, you know, it's a spin off of reality. And that's what reality TV is. It's a spin off of reality.
But you've always been fashionable, though. I don't think people know that, like, all your life.
Nah, I have been all my life.
No, but think
yeah.
about how we have.
Yes.
We've always been into clothes.
But listen, the swap meet. I used to be able to make miracles happen with
Come
a very
on.
small budget at the
Come on,
Slauson
the
swap meet.
Exactly.
Don't sleep on the swap meets. Don't sleep on these Fashion Novas, on these thrift
Right.
stores, Forever 21s, all of these.
It's really just like you said. It's how you put it together.
It's how you put it together.
And what has been like your most challenging, not I want to say a person, but like ideal, you know, like what has been the most challenging thing about dressing someone? Because, you know, your cousin over here is very picky.
Yes. Well, you know what? That is a common phenomenon
Okay.
amongst a lot of people.
Okay.
I won't just say women, I won't just say men, but I think a lot of times people invest a lot into their appearance and they on and off camera. And so on camera, the challenges for me is to make sure that I stay within the context of the character.
Okay.
A lot of times there are fine lines between a person's or a cast member's personality
Right.
and the character's persona. And there's a fine line there that you have to really massage as a costume designer to make sure is delivered, because you're literally the liaison between the script, the director, the writer, and the cast member.
That's good.
So, you know, when they are paying a character, you have to ensure that everything that they're given to wear is of the character.
And not that's my biggest thing.
Right. Sometimes the personal plays into
Have to
it,
kinda- yeah.
and they have personal preferences. And it's always in my best interest as a costume designer to make sure that the cast member is comfortable before they go in front of that
Well, I
camera.
guess if you read the script, you have to go by the script, you know. And,
Sometimes you have to reinstate, hey,
and
the
you got-
script says.
and you gotta, I get it. I know
You
I'm
know.
good, y'all. I don't like really short stuff, but if the script called for it, I guess I would have to. You
If
know.
the script calls for it. And so, you know, that can be a challenge, you know, because we're all creators, we're all curators. And as I mentioned, cast members are invested in how they appear in front of the camera and how they are off of the camera. So you have to take that into account.
a deep a question I just want to propose to you. See, so I know you've been blessed. You've worked on so many great shows, and you've come across some amazing, like, just artists. You know, like I said, one of my favorites is I like Fiona too. Girl, that girl got
She's
tickets.
the energy of that woman is
Oh my gosh,
everything.
she's
What
just a
you see
beautiful
is what you
spirit.
get.
And
What you
then
see is
I've
what you
watched
get.
her
Beautiful.
grow a little. I don't really care for social media like that, but I mean, come on, it's the business that we're in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But just to see her married, have a child, she just seems so happy and in her skin.
Her family is
Congratulations
so
to her.
adorable.
Oh yeah, she's
That's my girl.
She is.
Ran into her at the Grove, and it was as if we hadn't missed a beat. She's
I
a
love that.
genuinely beautiful spirit.
Do you ever work with indie artists, like up and coming artists that may be wanting to do film and may have a project and they can't dress their people? Do you ever?
Yeah, I have, and I still do. I am very selective as
good.
to what music projects I'll get involved in, just because I've sort of pivoted from that.
Oh no, not music.
Oh.
So say someone wants to do a short film. But
A short
they're
film? Oh,
doing-
yes.
Are you interested in getting their, their
Mhm.
characters
I-
dressed?
love grassroots projects.
Okay.
I love indie. I come from the indie world.
Right,
You know, I work in a lot of the Marvel spaces now,
Mhm.
but it all began for me in the indie space.
Okay.
I'm all about building. I'm all about helping those with great vision catapult to the next level. That is what it's all about.
It really is.
I think you're blessed when you bless.
Yes.
You know, to be blessed, you have to bless. And so that is always been my belief deep down in heart, like from the beginning of my career. And it's so funny. I ran into a designer friend of mine who I was the first boutique to allow her to put her line in. Ran into her out the blue yesterday from Atlanta, but I ran into her here in LA. She's like calling my name and I'm like, who's calling me? And I'm in this certain part of town. I'm like, nobody knows me over here. And I'm hearing my name. I'm like, okay, I'm not hearing things. And I ran into her and she's like, I just want to give you the biggest hug and say thank you for giving me an opportunity. And that in there lies the happiness in my heart, giving others opportunities that help catapult them to other levels.
That's good.
But genuinely feeds my spirit. That genuinely feeds my
That's
spirit.
good. That's good.
Yes.
Listen, I'm just ready to have you here because we're two young women who come from Pasadena, California.
Dina girls all day! Dina girls!
And so, just to see that, where we came from,
where
to
we
where
came
we're at
from.
now.
Very humble beginnings.
Yeah, very.
Very humble
much so.
beginnings.
Very
And
much
you
so.
know, it's a blessing to be here and to be inspiration to not only others, but to our family
Yeah.
and to those that really have this dream and they feel like their current circumstances won't get them there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very blessed and very grateful for the opportunities that
Absolutely.
but it all started with my mother.
Oh, I was just,
It all started with my mommy.
Auntie, I want to give you a shout out and tell you how much I love you. I think that you are amazing. You always would hear me. I talk a lot. That's probably why I have a talk show. But even when we were younger, your mom always allowed me to be me. If I was frustrated or she just would let me go on my rants, and she always just listened, gave me the best advice. Thank you.
And you know, it's interesting. My mom comes from humble beginnings and went through trauma,
Yes.
major trauma,
Yes.
but still found a spirit of love and confidence in herself to feed into me and to pour into me.
Absolutely.
And so my confidence, bar none, comes from my mom.
Yeah.
Bar none. My business savvy, my mom, because
Yeah.
she was an entrepreneur. And it's so funny. As a single mom, she would do these Tupperware parties and these princess house parties, these crystal parties, and I would go with her. And when you do those parties, you're an
Exactly.
entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
And little does she know, but that's where my entrepreneurial spirit was born, right at those parties. And I saw how much fun these women were having in these shopping parties. I'm like, that's what life has got to be about.
Yes.
You got to have fun and you've got to enjoy.
A lot.
Yes, and enjoy it with your friends. And so
You
that's
only got one.
you only got one.
And I think on this life of journey, what I've been learning for myself is I'm on this, I guess it's a forever healing journey. Because self-love, I tell people, is a journey. It's not really a destination.
Yes.
Because you go through waves of things and life happens. Life be life.
Yes. And it always does.
It be life, and it can knock you off your feet.
Yes.
But really, for me, and you too, I know, my faith in God, knowing that He has me. And that I can make it through anything as long as I have Him. Even when I am in the midst of such a storm and I don't think there's a way out, oh, He's there.
Yeah.
He's there. And I see that through our childhood and the things that we went through, the things that we had to experience. But, our mothers didn't make a great sacrifice because we wouldn't even be where we're at now.
I'm telling you, the
They were busy
sacrifice.
working, trying to just make sure
Yes.
food was on the table.
Yes.
While we were watching everything.
Yes.
But we are where we at.
Look at us.
You know?
Look at us.
You know?
Look at God do
Look at
this for us.
Okay. My cousin in the building.
I'm so happy to be here.
Me too.
I just the fact that we're even having these type of discussions
Yeah.
is like a dream come true.
Absolutely, dream. And so I want you to those people that may have a project or even big stars, I'm praying that, somebody see this show, pick it up and keep following me. Let me go on and hit that
Yes.
YouTube where I need to be. Yes, I'm speaking in existence.
Manifesting.
Yes, absolutely. How can they find you on social media?
Yes, I am Adrene, and it's me personally, not so much my work, but I do kind of do drops.
Okay.
Because I started out being all about the work.
Oh, same.
And then people were like, we want to know about you.
They do.
Who are you? Where does this ball of energy come from? Where does this personality exist? Where do you reside in the
Oh, but
world?
they get to see
in your spirit.
your Instagram. When I tell you Adrene is living her best life, she is living her best life. Adrene, I know,
YOLO.
we don't tell our ages and everything. Me and Adrene both born in March. This is my March sister.
Pisces.
In the building. But so I'm 52 now.
Ageless. Ageless.
No, you look ageless. Nobody's gonna believe you. But she looks so good, right? And so
Self-care.
because I also think, Drina, you've always embodied, maybe you've never noticed this, but I've always noticed this about you when we went to high school, right? High school, because we went to Marshall for a minute, so it was
Junior high, yeah.
Junior high. And so you've always had the ability, which I think you learned from your mom, is to tap into your God-given joy.
Yes.
It took me a minute to learn that, but you always had that. And so when they go to your social media, that's she is living, honey.
Happiness,
You
joy.
You travel, you enjoy what you're doing, and I love that for you. But I also love it for anyone that. So here's my perception of social media.
Okay.
It's not what I'm getting from it, it's what am I giving to it, right?
Ooh,
So
yes.
if you come across my page, am I inspiring you at all, or am I giving you drama?
Yes.
Or are you feeling heavy? When I go to your page, I always smile. I'm like, she going somewhere. I need to go.
I just want to be the light in the room. I just want to bring good joy, good energy. It's what I call adrenergy. It's like you just want to be in a space where you're happy and you exude your own light.
I love that.
And you just inspire others to do the same.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we do have one life.
Yeah.
It is up to you to supply your own joy and your own happiness.
Yeah.
No one owes that to you.
Right.
You have to go out there and get it. You have to seek it. You have to invest in your own well-being and happiness.
That's true.
Self-care is a big part of that.
And that's what we're having today. You guys will have a snippet of today. We're having a small intimate event, and it is for self-love celebration. I'm bringing women together so that we can understand that we actually need each other. There was a time I didn't understand that. Sisterhood is vital to our success.
Yes.
But having the right sisters around you is what matters. And with that being said, thank you all for tuning in to the Couch Therapy Show. I am your host, Honey R. Jordan, and until next time,
Peace.
that was beautiful.
You the baddest in the city, girl, you savage and you pretty, hold up.